What if I told you that behind the glitz and the headlines, the truth about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship might not be as picture-perfect as fans imagine? And what if I also told you that Kim Kardashian, of all people, is fueling even more drama while chasing one of the hardest professional titles in America? Tonight, we're pulling back the curtain on celebrity secrets, exposing what's really happening in the worlds of Taylor, Travis, and Kim. You'll want to stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see just how much these stories are connected, and why Hollywood may never look the same again. Let's start with Kim Kardashian. She's no stranger to controversy, reinvention, or public obsession. But now, she's diving headfirst into the world of law, a lane nobody thought she could master. Kim actually sat for the California bar exam this summer. Not the baby bar, not a practice test, but the real thing. The very same grueling 2-day monster that law students across the state fear. Here's where it gets shocking. Kim never went to law school. She didn't even graduate from college. Yet she's maneuvered through California's law office study program, apprenticing under attorneys for years, studying on her own, and battling through multiple failures before finally passing the baby bar on her 4th try. That's resilience, no matter how you slice it. But here's where things get even messier. Kim's bar exam was not like the rest of ours. Most candidates show up at giant convention centers, shoulder to shoulder with thousands of others, sweating over essays and multiple choice questions under watchful eyes. Kim? Reports suggest she may have had the test privately proctored, far from the chaos of the crowd. Can you imagine the headlines if that detail had slipped earlier? Suddenly the question isn't just, did Kim pass? But did Kim play by the same rules as everyone else? And we won't know the answer until November 7th. That's when she learns her fate. And on November 9th, the entire world finds out when the state bar posts the results online. Pass or fail, it's going to be explosive. If she passes, she'll hold the same credential as Yale-trained lawyers, despite never stepping into a traditional classroom. If she fails, critics will say they knew all along. Either way, it's a cultural earthquake. Now, while Kim battles for legitimacy in law, Taylor Swift is writing her own unconventional love story. She and Travis Kelce are officially engaged. The fairy tale feels perfect on the surface. America's sweetheart and the NFL's superstar united in a whirlwind romance that has already dominated headlines. But there's a twist, and it's one fans didn't expect. Despite being engaged, Taylor and Travis are not living together. Let that sink in. They've got homes in nearly every state you can imagine. Taylor has residences in LA, New York, Nashville, and Rhode Island. Travis has his base in Kansas City. With all that real estate, you'd think combining households would be the natural next step. But according to insiders, they haven't taken that leap. Why? Some say it's about independence. Others whisper it's about trust. Or maybe it's about control. Think about it. Living together means blending lifestyles, finances, and routines. Right now, Taylor can bounce from one mansion to another, hosting private parties and writing songs without compromise. Travis can grind through football season with his own space, his own rituals. Together but separate. So here's the million-dollar question. If you're not living under one roof, are you really building a future together? Fans are split. Some argue that their constant traveling and shared time in each other's homes already counts as living together. Others say until they sign a deed on a new property together, they're still testing the waters. And let's not forget, this isn't just any couple. This is a megastar whose lyrics shape cultural narratives, and a tight end whose Super Bowl performances capture millions. Their lives aren't normal, and maybe their version of love doesn't have to be either. But what's undeniable is that the cracks in the story fuel curiosity. At their recent appearance at Arrowhead Stadium, Taylor glowed, flashing her new engagement ring while mingling with Travis's friends. Fans were left wondering, is this just a chapter in a larger romance, or are we witnessing the setup for one of the most shocking celebrity breakups in years? Meanwhile, the celebrity universe kept spinning with its own set of illusions. Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson were recently spotted cozying up, sparking rumors of a surprise romance. But insiders revealed it was all smoke and mirrors, a PR stunt to sell tickets for their new film. Does that sound familiar? Hollywood has a long history of faking relationships for publicity, from staged dinners to cheek kisses on red carpets. Fans fall for it every time, because who doesn't love a little fantasy mixed with reality? That's why Taylor and Travis's every move feels so heavily scrutinized. Are they the real deal, or are they leaning into the spotlight? Unlike Pamela and Liam, their chemistry seems undeniable. But when you're talking about the most famous pop star on earth and one of the NFL's most charismatic players, the line between private love and public spectacle gets blurrier by the day. And while Taylor was basking in her engagement glow, Selena Gomez was throwing her bachelorette party in Cabo. Fireworks, mariachi bands, balloons reading Mrs. Levin, a direct nod to her fiancé Benny Blanco's real name. The photos were stunning, yet even in celebration, fans couldn't help but notice one absence: Taylor Swift. Was it scheduling conflicts, distance, or something more subtle? The internet is already buzzing with theories about where Taylor fits into Selena's big day and whether the maid of honor role might still be on the table. But here's the bigger picture. Whether it's Kim Kardashian chasing the bar, Taylor and Travis redefining what engagement looks like, or Hollywood couples staging love for clout, we're seeing a new era of celebrity storytelling unfold. It's less about what's real and more about what feels real. The suspense surrounding Kim's bar results mirrors the suspense in Taylor and Travis's relationship. Both are stories about testing limits, breaking molds, and daring to live life differently. But while Kim's outcome hinges on a single score report, Taylor and Travis's future depends on choices far more complicated than filling in multiple-choice bubbles. So ask yourself this: is Kim Kardashian about to become America's most unlikely lawyer? And are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce building the love story of the decade, or setting the stage for the breakup album of the century? One thing's for sure: the drama is only just beginning.